Las Vegas, a world-class destination with sinfully delicious food and fun. We uncover both inside Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. Located at the Link Promenade right on the world-famous Las Vegas Strip, we catch up with headliner Luenell. The resident comedian dishes about her famous friends and all-time favorite bites. I'm Alicia and you're watching Sin City Kitchen. Meet the man who makes your experience at JKCC unforgettable. Davey Galvin is the assistant GM and food and beverage host. Today, Davey will talk about what makes the Comedy Club and its most popular menu items so unique and perfect for Las Vegas. Davey, thanks so much for having us here. Welcome to Sin City Kitchen. It's great to be back here at the club.
It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
You know, the first time I was here, someone told me that this bar area and the living room area is actually a replica of Jimmy's house. And I just want to see, is that actually true, or was someone just messing with me?
Nope, that's absolutely true. Jimmy came in here as they were building, or as they were coming up with concepts for the club. Mm-hmm. And he told the crew he wanted a bar that was like the one that he had at his house. So he took a handful of those guys out to his property out in California. Yeah. And they took pictures. And they came back and they built an exact replica. So when he came in to check on the progress, he came in and he was like, "What in the world? This I meant something like my house, not exactly my house, but."
So now we can actually say, "Make yourself at home," and it can be real. One of the things that I really appreciate is that Jimmy is very, very hands-on, and I was actually shocked to see that he personally was able to rubber stamp our filming today. Mm-hmm. So I'm thrilled about that because he's my favorite late night host. I've been following him since the Man Show. So thank you, Jimmy. We're really, really happy to be here.
No, he's very hands-on. Yeah. Everything on the menu has been approved by him. Mm. He is a foodie himself. Yeah. He the first time I met him, he was when we first opened. He arrived in his suit, like he's just looking like a 10, and comes in the kitchen. Got his hands dirty. He actually made us pizza, and wow. He loves pizza. That's like one of his big things. Yeah. So he was a gentleman. He says, let me show you how I like to make them. Yeah. He pulls out our crust and he makes it, and of course it's the best pizza you've ever seen, right? So no, he's definitely heavily involved in what we do here.
And I appreciate you mentioning that because a lot of people probably don't know that Jimmy Kimmel is really, really into food, and that this is not only just a hotspot for comedy, but it's also a culinary destination for locals and for tourists. Whether or not you have a ticket to see the show, you could actually come in here and eat. And I was curious why, because most celebrities would just buy a restaurant down the street and have two different concepts. So why was it important for Jimmy to have both concepts, really, really good food, great comedy under one roof?
Well, first of all, he's from Las Vegas, mm-hmm. and he wanted to have a comedy club where local talent could come and perform. Yeah. Where also locals could feel comfortable coming, because some clubs, like back in New York or San Francisco, could be little seedy clubs. That wasn't the idea. He wanted a place where everyone could be comfortable. Yeah. And then food, it just kind of comes with it, because food's a very communal thing, and just like comedy brings people together, so does food. And I think those are probably his two favorite things.
That's fantastic, and actually I would love to be able to keep talking in general, but the food is smelling so good and it looks so good that I just actually want to jump in a little bit into some explanations about what you brought us today, what you've prepared. Please take us through these dishes so that I can eat.
Sure. So we have our chicken fingers and our brisket sliders. Our chicken fingers are our number one seller. Mm-hmm. People come here just for the fingers, which is fantastic. We brine them for about 48 hours. We hand bread them, fry them to order. We serve them with 4 different sauces. You can choose which sauce you like. We have our barbecue, our sweet chili sriracha, homemade ranch, and house-made buffalo. Wow. These are definitely, you're not going to find another chicken finger in the city like these.
Well, and last time I was here, I actually heard that some of the staff actually went from restaurant to restaurant, tasting different chicken fingers, and reported back on what they liked, what they didn't like, so that you guys could actually perfect the recipe, which is amazing. That's a lot of R&D, folks, that's gone into this. So I can't wait to taste
a lot of thought went into making our chicken. We did. We went up and down the promenade, up and down the strip, high-end restaurants, local bars, and we just decided that we can make a better one.
Yeah.
And then so.
Congratulations too. And how about the sliders?
The brisket sliders. This just kind of came about on a whim one night. We were just talking about we needed some sort of sandwich on the menu, and we loved this particular brisket. So I said, let's see what a brisket slider would taste like.
Yeah.
It's very simple. It has dill pickles, the barbecue sauce with the brisket, our coleslaw with just your traditional creamy coleslaw dressing.
My favorite.
And then we toast the bun and it goes out just like this.
Amazing. So thanks so much for joining us, Debbie. Coming up next, we're gonna see the woman herself, Luenell. Come on back. Coming up on Sin City Kitchen, the original bad girl of comedy, Luenell. I cannot wait to eat more of this outstanding food, and I invite you all to come down to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club to enjoy their phenomenal service and hospitality. And also, please get tickets on a Sunday or a Monday to visit my next guest. Her residency is being celebrated with me right here on Sin City Kitchen next.
A place full of hopes and dreams. You get anything but from this city. I like to go, everybody call it Sin City. I like to go jewelry shopping at the pawn shops out here. You motherfuckers get the finger and they get to pulling out granny, wedding ring and shit. I'll be right there to scoop that shit up. Thanks, Grandma.
One of my favorite all-time female comedians and food lovers is here today. Luenell is one of the headliners here at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, and you can get tickets for the Fresh Out of Favors comedy tour happening Sundays and Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Welcome to Sin City Kitchen, Luenell. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, we're at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club celebrating your residency.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very excited to talk to you. And in particular, we have a Northern California connection. I was born in the South Bay. I know you spent many years in the East Bay. We were just talking about the fact that you were up filming your Netflix special, and that the night before that you were at the Punchline. And I saw on your Instagram a picture with Steph Curry, Alicia Curry, and Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
I was a little jealous for Steph Curry. The other two, they're great. The other two are great, but Steph, my goodness.
Steph the chef.
Is he the cool person that he is?
And ladies, he smells amazing too. But Alicia is a whole snack. They're very, very cute together, and it's good to see that in the horse world of athletics, which it can sometimes be. But they're very, very loving, very sweet, and it was great to meet them like that.
Let's talk about the Bay Area for a little bit, because it's a very culturally diverse place.
Yeah.
And even if you live in a neighborhood where everybody looks the same, because you're in the community, you are just exposed to so many types of people.
Absolutely.
So many different types of cuisines.
Yeah.
And I went to an urban high school, downtown San Jose, Notre Dame High School. And that is when I was really sort of exploding with experiences, meeting Filipino friends, I had Hair Bear friends. They called me Weta, by the way. I haven't forgotten
Latina friends. Yeah.
But that's when I had lumpia for the first time. A lot of really good memories from the Bay Area. And I'm just curious, so when you go back home, like you were just back, not that it's home, but when you go back, what's the sort of food that speaks to you when you go back?
Well, first of all, this is gonna sound trite, but the best hamburger I've ever had in my life come from a little greasy chain in Oakland called Quarter Pound Burger.
Wow.
The bun that they have has not changed in all these years, even though the chain there's only a few left, maybe even just one. But I went to Quarter Pounder Burger on Christmas Day.
Hey.
Christmas Day. Who eats a burger? Me. Guess what? Got the munchies, went back, and they was closed for the rest of the day because it was Christmas. I was going to eat 2 Quarter Pounder, so that, and then there's a barbecue chain of friends that I have. Everett and Jones Barbecue is in Jacqueline Square in Oakland, and I go there, and
They got the greatest sauce. They got the best barbecue sauce, so good. I could drink it out the jar. You know? That's how good their barbecue sauce is. So, and then in Jack London Square, if you like, seafood and stuff, there's a place called Scott's.
Scott's Seafood. There's one downtown San Jose too. Or at least there was.
Yeah. I think it's the same people.
Yeah.
So they're fun. You know, I get around.
Yeah, and you've traveled extensively as an actress, as a comedian. You've been all over, and you start to associate food with different places when you're working. I do the same thing, and I'm just if there's a part of the country, part of the world that you like to go to, what would that be as a food destination that always brings you back? And it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad I get to shoot in X place because I get to eat.
Well, Atlanta. Because of the Southern cuisine, you can
soul
get, like lima beans you can get. Lima bean, people don't hate on lima beans. Lima beans are delicious. And you can, get grits and stuff and things that you can't get, the comfort food type stuff. But also, I like to go to D.C. and go to, I think it's Ben's Chili Bowl is in D.C. I just like to go for the historicness of it all, and Obama ate there, and the pictures on the wall and the history of it, and of course when I'm in, up in by Maine, have to get the crab cakes, Maryland, that's what the crab cakes, the lobster, when in Rome, honey, wherever I'm at, wherever the cuisine of that place is, that's what I'm trying to see.
You eat regional. And that's where the best ingredients are.
I do eat regional, and often.
What advice do you have for women, for people of color, people that are underrepresented in general, no matter their industry, if they're trying to make a change, a cultural change, and bring some diversity to their industry, what advice do you have for those people?
Well, I think that nobody's going to listen to you unless they respect you, first of all. So you have to have the respect of the people and people in the industry. You have to, if you're trying to do this, you need to do the things that make people set themselves apart from other people. Be on time, be professional, be courteous, don't do blow, don't drink too much and try to know what you're doing. And then when you get the respect of people, you're able to make more suggestions or make subtle movements and things like that. And it's just a little bit at a time. But I believe that Las Vegas knows what the future holds, and the future holds diversity. Las Vegas doesn't really, as far as I'm concerned, I could be wrong. It could still be old school underground, I don't know. But to me, from what I can see, Las Vegas wants the best of the best.
Yes.
No matter who they are. They want the best chef. They don't care if he came from Indonesia or if he came from Watts or Chicago. They want the best of the best, and people are getting a chance to come here and be that. Vegas is popping like popcorn. It's exploding. And there's work here for anybody who wants to work. If you're coming, you're dedicated, and you have, 1 million followers, that don't hurt.
Not me.
I do.
She does. Congratulations on that. That's amazing. That's amazing.
I don't know how that happened.
Amazing. How does food unite us, and how does food divide us?
I was just listening in the car on the way here, and on the radio they were playing Dear Mama by Tupac. And he has a line that says, Mama made miracles every Thanksgiving, which to me resonated with me, because you can have a great Thanksgiving even with what you got. Maybe you may not have a turkey, you may not have a ham that year, maybe you just have green beans and mashed potatoes or something like that, but that's your Thanksgiving. So I think that food unites us because everybody needs it, first of all, and I think that it is a comfort type thing to sit at the table. That's always been like the heart of the home, at the table. And I think that people relax and are themselves when eating, and it's a happy environment when the food is good. Now, if the food's not good, that's a whole nother show. But I think food can divide us also, because a lot of stuff that is known as maybe a culinary delight or a delicacy in other countries. It looks like something on Fear Factor to us, and vice versa, I'm sure, you know. So I'm not open to just, I'm not one of those girls that just try anything. Oh, these cockroaches are delicious. They're a delicacy in our country. Miss me with that. These worms, we got some, no. And I saw some stuff on Instagram during the corona. I don't know, there's some things I'm slowing down on a little bit. I'll tell you off camera. But it can divide us in that way. But food is great. Everybody needs it. And everybody makes it.
Feeling like you're at home and the joy of that when you get to share food with people. I want to congratulate you again on the purchase of your home here in Las Vegas. Very, very exciting. But you realize that now that you're a resident, you're going to have to hear a lot more local people bitch and complain about the Strip and what it means and the traffic and all this and that.
Then move.
And I mean, I'm sick of it. I just want to let you know.
Move in. Ain't nobody got no gun to your head to say move to Colorado or whatever you want to do. Get out. We need the room. If you don't like it, leave. You know what it is. Well, it's just like I live in LA and Las Vegas. Yeah. Los Angeles traffic. This is nothing compared to the LA traffic, which is nothing compared to the New York traffic. If you know what it is, you deal with it. I don't know, eat an edible, do whatever you got to do, but just don't try to rush anywhere.
Right.
If you prepare yourself and you give yourself 2 hours to get anywhere, you'll be fine. But if it's like, I gotta be downtown in 25 minutes, and now you're mad because there's traffic. Well, you knew that.
Then you stress yourself out.
Govern yourself accordingly, honey, and deal with it.
Thank you so much for being on Sin City Kitchen. And as a housewarming gift, I would like to give you all 7 of my distilled spices.
Lucky 7!
These are my alcohol-infused spices called distilled. And I also have
French onion.
Yes. There's my card in there too, so if you want to have a little distilled party at your house, I'd be happy to cook for you at any time and welcome you to the community. Absolutely. It would be my pleasure.
Look who's in the community, everybody. They done fooled around and let a real one in. Hey! Thank you very much, and I love the presentation is everything, everybody. Yes. Love this. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching Sin City Kitchen, and thank you, Davey and Luenell, for joining me. If you want to try distilled spices, you can find them by visiting distilledspices.com. Check out my latest sinfully delicious recipes, cookbooks, events, and appearances at dinkcuisine.com. I'm Alicia Chevatone. See you next time right here on Sin City Kitchen.